Hi guys, I'm Mikey, the 732 Review Crew.
And I'm Mike.
And this is our Battlestar Galactica replacement poll. Now, as we near the end of the series, we decided it's time to we're polling to replace it. So if you're an active member on our Patreon, you can let us know what you want us to watch by voting on the polls available on Patreon. If not, this is kind of letting all the fans out there know what we are going to be switching to, and you can voice your opinions in the comments. But without further ado, we have also split the poll into two polls for two reasons. One, it makes it easier for us to watch a show that way a little bit in terms of this, scheduling. And that's for the second reason is with Joe leaving, we have split our show into two friends. And those friends are
Beef and Eddie,
who have been long-term friends with us. So don't worry about, us meshing with them or anything like that. We've known them as long, if not longer, than we've known Joe. So we still have that friendship, and they're all part of the same friend group as ours. So, we still have that same, feel with them. And we're very excited to introduce them. Eddie has been on this channel before a lot in prior things, especially Star Wars. And,
Beef's been coming on for some movies.
Yeah, and some TV shows with me, Cobra Kai. I'm very excited for him to make his appearance, as well as Eddie to join us. Now, for those polls, we split the two polls. Without further ado, we're going to be naming the shows. Now, the first show is the show Westworld, which will be a part of Beef's poll. So this is Beef's poll, Westworld being the first show that we can vote on. Now, this is apparently a show about, an amusement park for rich people, and they have robots that let you do whatever you want. So I imagine it's pretty messed up in the ways of which it goes, but I don't know much else besides that. Do you?
Nothing.
I'm very excited for that one because I heard good things, especially from reactors. I've heard good things from reactors. The second show is a pick from Mike that we added to the list of shows, and it actually came through on the raffle. It's called Foundation. Mm-hmm. Do you know anything about that one?
I know nothing except it's well lauded and a good follow-up to The Expanse and Battlestar.
Apparently, it is a complex saga of humans scattered around planets underneath the Galactic Empire, so it sounds kind of like Star Wars to me.
Well, that should have you excited.
Yes. Now, the next show on the list is the show Dark, which has been requested by a lot of our fans because of our prior theorizing and use of whiteboards. This is apparently a German show on Netflix that is top tier and requires a lot of formulating your own theories and kind of planning things out. It's about two kids in a German town that go missing, and that's about as far as I want to read into this information because that helps us have a mystery about the mystery. Now, the next show I'll let Mike read is the TV show requested by Joe before he left, and it actually won on the poll somehow as well.
And it's called From Horror, 3 seasons, and something mysterious is happening in a small town.
Yes. So those will be the polls for Beef for us to watch. So make sure you do vote on one of those polls. That'll be a lot of fun for us to watch. And now we'll get into the Eddie poll. Eddie's poll is primarily sci-fi to make sure that it fits with the theme of, the shows that we've had, as well as there's a couple of requests on here from fans that actually made it through the sci-fi poll because we tried to, mush all the sci-fi shows together first before we did the second poll, just because we are, a sci-fi origin channel.
We've been watching a lot of it.
So the first one is one that actually was on the last poll, somehow made it back through. This one is
Babylon 5,
which we don't know too much about. It's a space opera in space about, a lot of stuff, apparently very good.
Space operas typically are in space, Mikey.
Yes, thank you. The second show on that list is the TV show
Fringe, which I've heard nothing but good things about. And once again, know nothing about.
It's apparently about FBI and special cases and stuff like that.
Is that the one that's supposed to be like New X-Files or something?
Maybe it is. I don't know. I've never seen either of those shows. The third TV show that won the poll is technically a very long TV show and movie franchise. This one is
Stargate.
And Stargate is something I don't know too much about, except I assume it's just a futuristic world where they use Stargates to travel.
There's a lot of seasons. I have no idea if they're interconnected, and it's well lauded.
Yeah, so fans, if that wins, I know there's a movie and there's some series. Do we watch them all? Is there ones you stay away from? Let us know. And the
I don't know if
final
I
one,
can commit to 20 seasons.
The final one that's important for this one is because this is also a very big show that our fans have been requesting, and this won the poll. This is Star Trek, and this is important to know because this is the next generation.
The good one.
That's what Eddie says, and Eddie is the one joining us, so he's very excited for that one if it wins because he knows a lot about it, and he'll be very excited to actually get me to watch it for the first time because he's been dying to get me to watch it, especially because he talks about Star Trek a lot. Now, I'm very excited for a lot of those shows. We have a good amount of shows on there that are pretty good. As we move in, it's cool to see us, expanding a little bit. We're going to do one episode a week for these shows, especially at the start as we get a feel for them. But I'm
excited either way. I feel like they're all good options.
Yeah, and it's some variety.
I'm excited to whatever we watch.
Absolutely. Now, don't forget that these polls will be active, and they'll be active for 2 weeks from this launch. That'll give us time to start recording these shows before the end of Battlestar Galactica, so that we have content to put out and make sure that it's good to go. Especially as I learn to navigate the copyright on a new show. Potentially, some shows are easier, some shows are a little bit more difficult. But thank you to all of our fans, all of our Patreons for joining us. Make sure you do, if you're not already, check out our Patreon so that you can vote on this poll. The $1 tier is one that lets you vote on this poll. And when you do vote on this poll, make sure you do check out the 2 threads I have posted in the past that say basically movie and TV show requests. That allows you to tell us what you want us to watch, and any duplicates that people will submit. If one person says something and the same person says second person says the same thing, I look at that and I make sure that gets weighted a little bit more, because those shows obviously have more oomph. But once again, thank you for joining us. We'll see you for these shows as we announce the winners, and we hope you have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you.